morning. How are you? I'm fine. And you? Also fine. How is life? It's good. How is weather? It's good. Where do you live? I live in Which school do you study? I study Which class do you study? I study class. How old are you? I am 7 years old. What is your school director's name? What is your school principal name? What does your mother do? What does your mother do? Do you go to school? Do you dance? Do you brush daily? Do you take bath daily? How many teachers in your school? How many rooms in your school? Very good. Sit down. Today is your oral exam. Spoken English oral exam test. This is the syllabus. Okay. For class 2 to 5. First is the use of what and these. Second is the use of whose and these. Third is the use of have and don't have. And fourth is the use of do and don't. And fifth is the use of there are and there is. And next is the use of when, where, how, what, which, how many, how much, and 15 silent words. You will come one by one. Come here and give your answer. I just ask the questions. Okay. First, come here. Vedant. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
How is life?
It's good.
How is weather?
It's good.
Where do you live?
I live in Gaon.
Which school do you study?
I study Public School.
Which class do you study?
I study 2nd class.
Very good. How old are you?
I'm 7 years old.
Very good. What does your father do?
My father is drawing.
What does your mother do?
My mother is housewife.
Do you go to school?
I go to school.
Very good. When do you go to school?
I go to school in the ground.
Where do you go to school?
I go to school in the ground.
Very good. How do you go to school?
I go to school by walking.
Very good. Why do you go to school?
I go to school to read.
To read. Very good. What do you do?
I study.
Which class do you study?
I study 2nd class.
Second class. Very good. And how many teachers in your school?
There are 7 teachers in my school.
Very good. How many rooms in your school?
There are 10 rooms in my school.
Very good. What is these?
This is color.
Color. Which color is these?
This is all color.
How many color here?
There are 2 colors.
Do you eat color?
I don't eat color.
Do you use color?
I use color.
Very good. Slapping. Chalo Sarna, come here. Next, Sarna, come here. How are you?
I'm 100 you.
I'm also fine. How's life?
It's a good.
Speak loudly. How is weather?
It's a good.
Where do you live?
I live in the ground.
Which school do you study?
I study 2nd class.
Which class do you study?
I study 3rd class.
How old are you?
I'm 9 years old.
What does your father do?
My father is good.
What does your mother do?
My mother is housewife.
Very good. Do you go to school?
I go to school.
Do you dance?
I dance.
Do you brush daily?
I play tennis.
Very good. Do you go to coaching class?
I go to coaching class.
When do you go to coaching class?
I go to coaching class at 4 o'clock.
Very good. And where do you go to coaching class?
I go to coaching class by walking.
Where? Where means? कहाँ जाते हो? Where do you go to coaching class?
In the ground.
How do you go to coaching class?
I go to coaching class by walking.
Okay. And why do you go to coaching class?
I go to coaching class to read.
To read. What do you do?
I study.
Which class do you study?
I study 3rd class.
Very good. How many teachers in the school?
There are 7 teachers in my school.
Very good. What is this?
This is scale.
Which scale is this?
This is your scale.
How many scale here?
There is 1 scale.
Have you scale?
I have a scale.
How many scale do you have?
I have 1 scale.
Do you take scale?
I go to school.
Very good. Clapping. Next come Priyansi. Come here. How are you?
I'm fine and you?
Also fine. How's life?
It's a good.
How is weather?
It's a hot.
Where do you live?
I live in the ground.
Which school do you study?
I study in Central Public School.
Which class do you study?
I study 4th class.
How old are you?
I'm 10 years old.
Very good. Do you go to school?
I go to school.
When do you go to school?
I go to school 8 o'clock.
Where do you go to school?
I go to school in the ground.
Very good. How do you go to school?
I go to school by walking.
Very good. And why do you go to school?
I go to school to read.
To read. Very good. What do you do?
I study.
Which class do you study?
I study 4th class.
How old are you?
I'm 10 years old.
Very good. How many teachers in your school?
There are 7 teachers in my school.
How many rooms in your school?
There are 10 rooms in my school.
Very good. Do you brush daily?
I learn daily.
You take bath daily?
I take part daily.
What is this?
This is pencil.
What is this?
This is pencil.
How many pencils here?
There are 3 pencils.
Very good. Which pencil is this?
This is your pencil.
Very good. Have you pencil?
I have pencil.
How many pencils do you have?
I have 1 pencil.
Do you eat pencil?
I don't use pencil.
Do you use pencil?
I use pencil.
Let me. Ajit, come here. Next come, Ajit. Come here. How are you?
I am fine and you?
Good. How's life?
It's good.
How is weather?
It's hot.
Where do you live?
I live in Nizam.
Which school do you study?
I study in Siddhanika Public School.
Which class do you study?
I study in 4th class.
Very good. What is your school director's name? What is your school director's name?
Mr. Siddhanika Devangan
What is
sir.
your school principal name?
Mr. Mahendra Devangan sir.
What does your father do?
My father is employee.
What does your mother do?
My mother is housewife.
And do you go to school?
I go to
Do you
school.
brush daily?
I brush daily.
Do you take bath daily?
I take bath daily.
Very good. And do you play cricket daily?
I play cricket daily.
When do you play cricket?
I play cricket 2 o'clock.
And where do you play cricket?
I play cricket 2 ground.
In ground. And how do you play cricket?
How I do you go?
What is this?
This is softener.
Softener. Which softener is this?
This is your softener.
How many softener here?
There are 2 softeners.
Have you softener?
I have softener.
How many softener do you have?
I have.
Take, let me go explain.